Alright, welcome back to Urban Backpacker. Got that sunlight shot of the ball and the side pro looking rough. But yeah, good morning. And as you can see, I'm still enduring my journey. And I've been in deep thought about concept, projects, and art. And I'm just waiting for funds. And in particular, just mine. I'm not too big. That's the thing with YouTube and a lot of other platforms. Like they give you the avenue and the ability to do donations and subscriptions, but it's up to the viewership and up to YouTube to create the trends in the algorithm to push to people to get to that point. And so me, I'm very lazy at that. I'm fine with my intellectual property being, very um, the way it is versus, being heavily promoted. If you find this information, that's good. If you don't, oh well, to each their own path, journey, and way to success because everybody don't need money, everybody don't need success, and everybody don't need a way. And this short, I talked to, I was, I try to troll. So I was trolling one of my good friends. He's an older guy. I talk about him every once in a while on these videos, and he was really bothered. Like I've been dropping seeds because you're an older person. You are limited with your time and your resources. Uh, you tell me just about as much as I need to know about you as often. And I was like, there's something that he's not telling. And I'm very good at finding information, learning, um, you know, um, picking up things. So I was saying, certain stuff that he didn't like, and he said stuff that I didn't like. So we got into an argument, and it was about artificial intelligence, and like always, I'm thinking about future uses, of the AI systems. He talking about in general and other things. I'm like, um, and what if, not even what if, but these is like old people thoughts about artificial intelligence. I started laughing. He's like, no, I'm serious. And I was like, oh, they, that's good and bad if they're using AI for hiring process. It's a waste of money, but it's like unneeded. You got lazy people that's constantly doing that to begin with. As the world easiest job, all you need to do is get a call back, and you got the job. You don't need AI for that. So I was telling him, AI is good for mental health resources, helping people with mental health problems. And I was like, AI is definitely gonna be there for warfare. So for him to not understand that, I was like, wait a minute, he don't know that they're using AI already for warfare and for mental health to begin with. How you gonna talk about AI for hiring when you see the way job market is? So the whole hiring thing, a lot of people just don't want to work. You got in this city, you got a lot of people that are getting homeless vouchers. So they got places to go, like a lot of places to go. Yes, you get tag and tracks. That's the only thing that's concerning about everything. But the whole process is interesting, and you get like a $1,300 voucher. Most of the time, a lot of those people are using it on hotels, because a lot of properties or apartment complexes, they are not using it, not gonna accept those people because they tend to trash the apartments. So they go to hotels, and the hotels tend to, they are able to, do their normal routine because it's a hotel. And if you have like bad practices, habits, they're gonna find out, you're gonna be kicked out, or it's up to you, the person that's getting these handouts. So um, everything is very limited. Like so those people are taking advantage as much as they can because it's there. It's an offer, and who wouldn't take the offer? I wouldn't, because I don't think it's like a good trend or a good way to live. Um, it is really not that much money, but if you're a person that um, always been like that, just do it. And there's groups that take care of a little bit of everything. You just go back and forth from downtown to the medical center, from churches to churches, and they'll take care of you. Like, you don't really need a job or anything. Um, Other than that, this AI rant that this guy went on, I was like, I know what you're thinking. It's convenient, but it's not the solution. And he was like, what I would tell people in a job interview, and it's comical because like old people haven't had this guy haven't had a real job in a long time. He owned his own company for for a very long time, and before that, he worked for the government under Boeing, and when he left, he was on like a sabbatical, a real sabbatical, to where he just living off his contract money. And he's like, he biked everywhere, he jogged everywhere. He's a marathoner, so why wouldn't he? So he was telling me that he would tell his uh, future employer about the marathons that he ran. I'm like, yes, that's inspirational, but a lot of them are not gonna care about personal goals like that. They do have a section about hobbies and personal goals, but or personal achievement, but that's something, a little bit different. And and the crazy thing is, as if I don't have the same backstory or anything to say. You know, I used to be an athlete. Not just that, but I invented, several different forms of self defense. So I'm like, if he could do that, I could do that. And yes, I look at those methods of self defense as intellectual properties, and all that was behind the whole concept of me having the virtual currency set up back in the day, when I was like, okay, if Obama says this about money and business and free speech, I should be able to have virtual currency. So I created a system of having virtual currency, what backed it up, and what is it, and what methods, and what is the insurance policy behind it. And it was a you know interesting thing. It would be similar to the um, NFT stuff. So I was like, so you realize that there's a lot of people that are qualified to work and to do a lot of stuff, but they just don't want to do it. And them going to the hiring pool, they're just doing it to show that they've been looking for a job because unemployment and other commissions, they want to see you being active and looking for a job. But if you are making it hard for employers to hire you, it, the AI, it wouldn't be an AI decision. You either want the job or you don't want the job. You tell the people that you've been looking or you've been out of job, and they would know by the gaps. So I was like, I think he's like losing it, and yeah, I was telling him the overall goal for AI was to enslave people. I didn't tell him what type of people. He would have freaked out, but uh, uh, this artificial intelligence is geared towards to enslave the rich. Period. That's what they want. They literally want a artificial intelligent God to enslave them before the real God. That's their end goal. That's their end game. And I don't think a lot of the millionaires or thousandaires or white collar people or white people in general are signed up for that. Some are NPCs, and some would be easily happy with doing whatever artificial intelligence is telling them. And that guy, he just don't know. I'm like, how you not know? It's trending that way with ease. Look at the young people. So I was like, it's for enslavement, and he gave me the look. I was like, it's true. And he's like, pure garbage. And he said something else, and he went off ranting, but that's true. And I was like, well, good thing I'm on this journey because like at the time when we were having the conversation, I was like, I don't think he realized what I'm going through. And me, look, I work for a living. I don't expect for nobody to give me handouts. That's why I'm getting into doing, clips like this, movies and other things to promote variety types of intellectual properties that I'll be represented by, or branding. But the brand, um, the brand itself versus me, the private person, two different things. And that's the way it's supposed to be with business and the operator. That's why you got those LLCs and S Corp and other corps, the separation. So what's the difference between intellectual property and the individual that promotes or created the same way? Even though I'm pretty sure the court and other people that are trying to steal from you would look at it differently and would probably say, well, he said this on YouTube. Well, uh, the content created is limited always because everything is constantly changing. Laws, trends, algorithms, uh, people mindset, people health, people financial status. So these things do affect um, the whole concept of you promoting your intellectual property on platforms. Like me just having and holding them, it just separate values, separate things that I'm sponsoring or promoting to where if I need to use it for financial aid, I can use it. It's there. Um, the legal stuff shouldn't be there because it's like if it's truly your work of art, you could really um, um, promote it and price it the way you see fit, and nobody should come and say, "Hey, we did this 5 years ago," or "This is something I said." Well, prove it. You gotta prove it word for word. You gotta have it written, and you gotta have it, notarized. Whatever BS they try to say about having similar comments and everything. But my thoughts were, urban backpacker dealing with, the urban setting of being outdoors, and soon my settings will change dramatically. Until then, it's this backdrop, this building, but I'm also gonna be getting into the sandwich making content space, and so hopefully that'll be available for me sometime next week. So next week would be scene change and sandwich making. Something These things are things that I've been wanting to do for a while, and sad that I waited and got basically locked up, locked up socially with not being able to do a lot of things, especially like YouTube when you are on here creating a new channel. It takes a while. So I'm surprised that I have 9 subscribers, 9 people following. So a lot of this channel was based off of me dealing with the palms. I'm not finished with the palms, and that's another sad part of this thing. I'm still not done with handling Ascension, the palms itself. Like I lost my phone. When I lost my phone, a lot of things went bad. Just this year, 2025, been garbage. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next year, and yeah, it's just been hard. And then personal life even worse. So this is like me, in my thinking state, but me in my out of this state, when I'm just regular, I'm like constantly, expecting like bad news, and it's only because it's coming, and you always asking for good news, and there's no good news nowhere in sight. You go, okay, well, it's gonna be trending bad news. So until you get the worst of the worst, you just don't know. And that what happened to me when I was dealing with my apartments. I was like, once I get the worst of the worst, hopefully it's over. And it wasn't over, but again, there's some good apartment leasing people and some very bad apartment leasing people. And it seemed like I'm gonna be going through that process all over again, and it's terrible. And I'm like, so yeah, those videos that are unlisted or priceless videos. Eventually, when I get permission and when I uh, finish up with doing what I need to do with Sandwich Smith on Patreon, I'll do like another platform thing for all the other crazy stuff that's been going on with the palms.